grocery haul for this week. I got 2 packs of chicken breast because I was completely out. A loaf of bread. I'm going to try baking my own bread this week. We'll see. Seedless watermelon. 3 of the extra crispy shoestring fries. And a potato puff. 2 of the thick cut cheddar cheese. I love the thick cut cheese. 2 gallons of milk. 2 dozen eggs. 5 oranges for my husband's work. I got some of these little snack things. So sharp white cheddar with dried cranberries and sea salt roasted almonds, the pepper jack cheese, raisins, honey roasted peanuts, and the cheddar, and I think these are the beef sausages. And then I got mini corn dogs, 4 Celsius again for my husband, marinara and roasted garlic sauce because I wasn't sure if I still have it. I am going to try to make my own spaghetti sauce. I like to at least have one. Louisiana tea, decaf. Cottage cheese. I don't know why. I've been wanting that. 2 packs of tortillas. I love making the chicken tender wraps and then also the bacon, egg, cheese burritos in the morning. Apples. 2 bags of Gorditos. Honey mustard. Mayonnaise. Watermelon. Bubblegum. And cinnamon. Pecans. Apple juice for my daughter. Of course, cinnamon roll and coconut cream. I still have plenty, but I don't want to run out, so I always keep an extra for the next week. Hickory and brown sugar. 2 things of chocolate chips. My son wants to make cookies, and again, yogurt clusters. Bananas. I got some nail polish. And then lettuce and cucumber because I was out of those seeds. Bought a vinyl tablecloth. My daughters want to do some projects, so like paint and stuff, so protect the table. And then, what is this? Oh, makeup remover towelettes. A iced coffee cup. It was on clearance. I've been looking at one, and that one seemed pretty cute. So hopefully it'll hold up pretty well. Sweet potatoes. My son loves sweet potatoes. And then 2 tension rods. These are going to be for the laundry room. I am going to finish up, I think, the other side and just add some more storage and different things like that. So anyways, that is this week's grocery haul. Okay, so this is actually this week's grocery haul. Last week, or actually I think it might have been 2 weeks ago, like I said in the last one. I honestly can't remember. My days have blurred together at this point. I was going to make chicken alfredo though, the chicken penny pasta. And I realized, my daughter was so bummed because she's been wanting it so bad. I realized I was out of chicken breast. I always have chicken. I always have beef because we buy a cow. And then I'll usually buy like the pork tenderloin, I think it is. I don't know, but it's a really big, long piece of meat. But like some grocery stores, you can get them to cut down into, and basically it's the thin, boneless pork chops that you would buy. But it's a lot cheaper that way. So we have a Food City, and they'll slice them to whatever thickness you want. And I'll usually buy it that way and do it that way whenever they're on sale. And you can get them for less than $2 a pound. And I think I've even got them as low as like almost right around $1 a pound. But it's a lot cheaper that way. So I usually have pork chops, and I always have beef. And then I thought I had another thing of chicken. I have no clue what happened, but that's okay. So we're going to get that made this week before my tomatoes go bad. So that way, because you don't want to buy stuff and it go bad, but it happens. But so anyways, I'm going to get all these groceries put away, and then I'm just going to do a quick tidy on the kitchen, and we are just going to do some of the tasks that need to be done in order to be successful next week. I went in and cleaned out the old leftovers. I had some watermelon. I bought a watermelon, and it was kind of on its last leg, I guess, so it didn't last as long. Also, that was my potato bin. And I did not realize, not my potatoes from my garden, but the ones that I had bought. I had sweet potatoes and a few of the baking potatoes left, and they had got squishy. So we're going to clean this out before I put my new potatoes in there. My son loves sweet potatoes. I like them too, but he loves sweet potatoes. It's his favorite. I haven't seen where people will like dice them and put them in the air fryer. I haven't tried that, but I'm thinking about trying it. I bought a couple of tension rods as well for the laundry room. I'm gonna try to start that this upcoming week. I don't know. It's not a lot, but it's time consuming, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna get this trash taken out because it was kind of stinking. So we're gonna get that out of the house and then get this wiped down. And I went ahead and took the trash insert and rinsed it out and cleaned it, washed it down. But I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the outside of the trash can and get it all nice and clean, hopefully, so it's not the culprit of the smells. And then get all this put back together, and then we are going to do a quick tidy in the kitchen and get some laundry done because I'm a little behind. Actually, I'm really not. Maybe. I don't know if you'd say I was behind. I'm not caught up, that's for sure, but we're managing. That's all that matters, right? Also, this was not on the counter earlier. I had my son, so they don't really teach cursive in school anymore. And as much as I love the idea of having like our own secret language, I do feel like it's important for kids to learn how to write and read cursive. I just feel like it's good for them. So he's been working on his cursive this summer, learning it because he did not get taught that in third grade. I don't know when they stopped teaching cursive. I know it stopped being a standard a long time ago, I guess. Because whenever I was in school, you actually had to you got graded on it. Like, it was serious stuff. And you couldn't lift your pencil. You had to keep going through your whole word. It was crazy. Now, I know my daughter knows more of it than my son does. So I was like, we're learning cursive this summer. That's what we're doing. And I don't know if it's because now, in third grade, that's usually whenever we would learn cursive. And that's what the standard was then. I think it just stopped being a standard altogether, that they don't even care to learn it. I don't know. But I also know that third grade is now tested like crazy because, apparently, which, I mean, if you've been in the school system at all, or your kids are school age, you kind of know that, or you are told K through 2 is learning to read, 3 and on is reading to learn. So really, whenever they are doing all this testing in third grade, it's really just mean at that point. Plus, if you're going to retain them in third grade because they can't read, you're already too late because that grade is literally past the point of learning to read. So really, it just needs to be a second grade, or they just need, I don't know. It is a hot mess. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know. Where you're at, is it better or is it not? Like, ours are tested like way too much, and then also like I don't know. I feel like it's too late grade wise. I understand why they did it, but also I think if you would just kind of listen to the teacher and the parent whenever they say, I feel like my child needs to be retained, that they're not ready to move on, and you let them, there used to be like things that they would go through and check and look and see, does that child need to be retained? And I think they just kind of need to bring that back and listen to teachers, honestly, and parents whenever they say, I don't think my child's ready for the next grade, they're not there. And I understand, like, some of us as a parent, we do kind of like are more like, oh, I don't think they're ready. And sometimes they are. So I think it should be a informed decision with two who spend a lot of time with that child. That's just my opinion. Don't know, but anyways, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. We're learning how to do cursive though. That's happening. We're bringing it back. But anyways, off my soapbox. But just curious, were your kids taught cursive? Typically, I'll make 2 gallons of tea whenever I make tea, just so that way I don't have to do it as often. What's funny is, though, I like sweet tea, but I don't really drink it at home. Typically, I will only drink tea whenever, like, if I get food out and it comes with a drink, then I'll get sweet tea. But I drink water, coffee, and Pedialyte or liquid IV, depending on my level of dehydration. And that's about it. But today, the day that I was recording was a rainy day all morning. Like, it poured that whole morning, all while I went to the grocery store. So I was like, we're going to light some candles and have a little bit of a cozy day. The evening, it ends up being a little bit sunny, or tries, the sun comes out, but everything is drenched. So I'm having a cozy day with my candles and all the things. Also, I had this little tray. It's literally a glass candlestick and a glass plate glued to each other and painted. I did that years ago, but I really like it. And I wanted something by my sink to put like soaps and things on. And this, I don't have to worry about rusting, and I also don't have to worry about the water damaging it like if it was wood. So I thought, let's move this here, and I really like how it looks. It looks super cute. I did end up wiping it down once I put it there and all the things. I was just seeing if I liked it. But so anyways, I'm going to get this laundry switched over, and then I'm going to show you what's for dinner. I did the chicken alfredo that my kids like, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I am really liking this laundry sorter. It is working really great. It keeps all the clothes out of the floor, and it does take up some room, but I'm not tripping over clothes every time I go through the laundry room, so I really love it. So far, everything is really working well in the laundry room. But this is what I'm going to do for dinner. I got chicken alfredo penne pasta with roasted tomatoes and broccoli. I'm going to throw the broccoli in the microwave for 5 minutes and steam it. And then the chicken, I like to get my pan really hot before I put it down, just so it actually sears instead of like boils. Because if not, it seems to get more watery in the pan, if that makes sense. So I'm going to sear these, and these chicken breasts I actually cut in half, so I'm just using 2 chicken breasts for this recipe. And then I'm going to get my penne pasta boiling, or the water for it boiling after I wash my hands. And I add salt and oil, olive oil, to the water so the pasta don't stick. And then we're going to get my penne pasta going. But also, once I finish the chicken and I pull it out of the pan, I'll throw my tomatoes and my broccoli in there and kind of roast them and get some of that flavor from the chicken onto the vegetables. And then I just layer it. So I'll do the penne pasta and I'll stir in the Alfredo sauce. I usually do 2 jars of Alfredo, just because if not, then when you reheat it, it dries out. And then I'll take and layer the chicken and the vegetables, and then top it with mozzarella. And it is delicious. I love this. It's one of my favorite dinners. It's probably my daughter's favorite dinner. And then nachos is probably second for her. But my kids will always eat nachos or tacos. And I'll get at least 2 dinners and probably 1 or 2 lunches for my kids out of that. And it's like I think it was about like $15 for everything. So $15 for 2 dinners and a couple lunches is not a bad deal at all. But so anyways, I'm going to get this laundry switched over, get these towels folded and put away, and just keep going on the laundry because it needs to be done. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you're at. Remember, today's a blessing, and I hope I see you on the next one. Bye, guys.